A new global currency is being created primarily for use in international trade. The Russian government announced in July 2023 that it plans to introduce a new trade currency backed by gold for its economic group, BRICS. The group, led by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, may soon have their own currency in circulation. But what are the interests of these 5 countries in creating a new currency? And what would be the consequences of this on the global stage? Is it really a good idea to create a currency at this stage of the game? In today's video, you will understand everything about this subject and be able to draw your own conclusions about what may happen with the arrival of the new BRICS currency. Welcome to our channel, where we bring videos about finance and technology. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed the topic of this video and answer the following question in the comments. Do you believe that a new currency among BRICS countries is a good idea? I really want to know your opinion. Without further ado, let's get to the video. BRICS. Before we delve into the new global currency, we first need to talk a little about BRICS and the objectives of the group that will create it. As mentioned earlier, BRICS represents a group formed by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These emerging countries came together in 2006 with the aim of promoting economic, political, and cultural cooperation among themselves. Together, they represent a significant portion of the world's population, natural resources, and global GDP, and they have the potential to become major economic powers in the future. The main objective of BRICS is to strengthen cooperation and dialogue among its members in various areas, including the economy, trade, science, and technology. The group also seeks to promote equality and justice in the global economic system, as well as the reform of international financial institutions such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Economically, the group aims to increase trade and investments among its members, as well as explore collaboration opportunities in strategic sectors. But why do these countries need to create a new currency? Wouldn't it be easier to use the US dollar in their negotiations, since it is already widely used in international trade and considered a stable and strong currency? Well, the main purpose of this new currency lies in a detail that may go unnoticed at first. Its gold backing is what really makes all the difference. Gold backing. Creating a currency backed by gold has been considered important by some advocates for several reasons. This way, a currency is seen as more stable in terms of intrinsic value, as gold is a scarce and historically valued resource. This can help avoid abrupt fluctuations in the currency's value and provide a solid foundation for users, bringing greater security to the money itself. Furthermore, a gold-backed currency can provide protection against uncontrolled inflation. When a currency is not backed by a tangible asset like gold, it becomes susceptible to inflationary risks. Governments can simply print more money and increase the money supply without any backing, leading to currency devaluation and loss of purchasing power, as happened in Venezuela, for example. On the other hand, a gold-backed currency can help limit this possibility, as the money supply would be directly linked to the availability of gold. Additionally, a currency with gold backing can instill confidence and credibility because people know that it has intrinsic value and is backed by a tangible asset, meaning it corresponds to something that truly exists. This can increase the acceptance of the currency both domestically and in international trade. In contrast, non-backed or fiat currencies present various problems that can have disastrous consequences for the economy. These currencies are subject to significant value fluctuations due to factors such as supply and demand, economic policies, and interest rates. This volatility can result in uncertainties and difficulties for currency users. Furthermore, governments and central banks have the power to control the money supply and literally influence the value of a fiat currency according to their needs. Although measures are taken to stabilize the economy, they can also be misused to manipulate the value of the currency, negatively affecting citizens and trust in the financial system. In extreme cases, trust in a currency can be lost suddenly due to economic crises, political instability, hyperinflation, or other disastrous events. Due to these factors, creating a gold-backed currency is of utmost importance for its acceptance and use, while non-backed or fiat currencies are in imminent danger, as they can devalue at any time. And do you know which currency is considered strong but is actually a non-backed currency that can potentially implode economies worldwide overnight? Yes, you guessed it. The dollar. Since 1971, the dollar has not been backed by gold anymore, and the value of the currency is simply based on the trust that populations, companies, and countries have in the United States. However, in 2020, this trust started to waver when the U.S. Federal Reserve, the American central bank, printed more dollars than in the previous 200 years of the dollar's history. This action began to cause concerns, as it could have disastrous consequences not only for the United States, States, but for the rest of the world as well, which uses the dollar in international trade and as a benchmark for their economies. It is estimated that in 2020, around 43% of all existing dollars were printed, causing even more mistrust in the future of the currency as an international standard. In this context, a new global currency backed by gold seems like an excellent idea. It not only offers greater trust than the current state of the dollar, but also brings some competitiveness to the international market, which now could have a second option for its transactions. And this is precisely the opportunity that BRICS is trying to seize with the creation of the new BRICS currency. The creation of the new gold-backed currency will bring benefits such as high reliability and security, but in reality, the countries in the group can also take advantage of another interesting advantage. South Africa, Brazil, Russia, India, and especially China will have in their hands a currency that offers what is called monetary independence and sovereignty, as they will no longer depend on the dollar or the United States to conduct international trade. By creating a new gold-backed currency, the BRICS countries will have greater autonomy in terms of monetary policy. By distancing themselves from currencies like the dollar, whose value is determined by the United States, BRICS could exercise greater control over their monetary policy and avoid dependence on other currencies. This autonomy allows the group to adapt its monetary policies to its specific needs and goals, taking into account its economic situation, fiscal policies, and long-term objectives. The ability to make independent decisions on monetary policy also allows the group to respond flexibly to domestic economic conditions. Monetary independence also helps protect against external shocks, such as global financial crises or abrupt fluctuations in international markets. Monetary independence and sovereignty align monetary policy with their own objectives and priorities, which are not necessarily considered at present. This means that decisions are made considering the specific needs of the group, rather than being determined by external influences and markets. In this way, the new BRICS currency will be a key element for emerging countries to establish themselves once and for all as first world countries, as it will accelerate and have a significant impact on their economic development. This new currency could also be the beginning of a new world order, where if it succeeds, the group will certainly have greater bargaining power in the international scenario, eliminating once and for all the American hegemony that occurs due to the use of the dollar. Countries like Russia and China are particularly interested and motivated to create this new currency. In the case of Russia, the country has been suffering from economic sanctions, mainly imposed by the United States, which has been devastating the Russian economy after the invasion of Ukraine. However, China is fully capable of assuming the role of the world's largest economy, with only this final key piece missing to surpass the United States. The Chinese have a massive interest in this new currency because they have already been trying to dethrone the dollar as the global currency by promoting the use of their own currency, the yuan, in international transactions. With the creation of a new gold-backed currency, China's aspirations will finally come to fruition. In addition to having the support of 4 other countries, the new BRICS currency will certainly be accepted by the international community because, due to its gold backing, it will be even more secure than the dollar itself. However, the new currency will not be put into practice tomorrow, as the process takes time and requires a lot of discussion and study to be carried out correctly. Nevertheless, the topic will be on the agenda of the next BRICS meeting, scheduled for August 2023, where a more concrete plan will certainly be developed and more information will be revealed to the public to clarify all the necessary points. Are we witnessing the beginning of a new era, a historic moment where 5 emerging countries will initiate the end of the dollar's hegemony and, in the process, surpass the United States as the world's largest economy? Well, only time will tell, but one thing is certain: BRICS has various motivations to proceed with the plan to create a new currency, and we can expect, at the very least, an interesting economic scenario for the future. But what do you think about the idea of creating this new currency? Do you believe that it will truly be important for the economies of Brazil, India, China, Russia, and South Africa? Or do you think it is just another far-fetched idea to try to dethrone the dollar that will not succeed? Do you think it may be created but not have such widespread acceptance, and the dollar will continue to be used in international trade? Leave your opinion in the comments. I really want to know what you think about the matter. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember to enable notifications so you can stay up to date and not miss any updates on our channel. Thank you very much for watching. A big hug, and see you in the next video.